The anatomy of a Creative Commons license. There are 3 layers to a Creative Commons license. First, each Creative Commons license begins as a traditional legal tool in the kind of language and text formats that most lawyers can understand. Creative Commons calls this the legal code layer of each license. Second, Creative Commons also makes the licenses available in a format that normal people can read, the Commons Deed or human-readable version. The Commons Deed is a handy reference summarizing and expressing the license's most important terms and conditions. Third, the final layer recognizes that software, from search engines to office productivity to music editing, plays an enormous role in the distribution of works. To make it easy for the web to recognize, Creative Commons provides a machine-readable version of the license. There are 4 Creative Commons license elements. This symbol means attribution or by. All of the licenses include this condition. These symbols mean non-commercial or NC, which means the work is only available to be used for non-commercial purposes. 3 of the CC licenses include this restriction. This symbol means share alike or SA, which means that adaptations based on the work must be licensed under the same license. 2 of the CC licenses include this condition. This symbol means no derivatives or ND, which means that reusers cannot share adaptations of the work. 2 of the Creative Commons licenses include this restriction. When combined, these icons represent the 6 Creative Commons license options. The icons are also embedded in the license buttons, which each represent a particular Creative Commons license type. CC BY. The Attribution license, or CC BY, allows people to use the work for any purpose, even commercially, and even in modified form, as long as they give attribution to the creator. CC BY SA. The Attribution Share-alike license, or BY SA, allows people to use the work for any purpose, even commercially, and even in modified form, as long as they give attribution to the creator and make any adaptations they share with others available under the same or a compatible license. CC BY NC. The Attribution Non-Commercial License, or BY NC, allows people to use the work for non-commercial purposes only, and only as long as they give attribution to the creator. CC BY NC SA. The Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike License, or BY NC SA, allows people to use the work for non-commercial purposes only, and only as long as they give attribution to the creator and make any adaptations they share with others available under the same or a compatible license. CC BY ND. The Attribution No Derivatives license, or BY ND, allows people to use the unadapted work for any purpose, even commercially, as long as they give attribution to the creator. CC BY NC ND. The Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license, or BY NC ND, is the most restrictive license offered by Creative Commons. It allows people to use the unadapted work for non-commercial purposes only, and only as long as they give attribution to the licensor. Creative Commons licenses do not limit or restrict any rights under exceptions and limitations to copyright, such as fair use or fair dealing. If the use of Creative Commons licensed material would be allowed because of an applicable exception or limitation, you do not need to rely on the Creative Commons license or comply with its terms and conditions. In addition to this Creative Commons license suite, Creative Commons also has 2 public domain tools represented by the icons below. These public domain tools, however, are not licenses. Cc0 Public-Domain. Cc0 enables creators to dedicate their works to the worldwide public domain to the greatest extent possible. Some jurisdictions do not allow creators to dedicate their works to the public domain. So, Cc0 has other legal mechanisms included to help deal with this situation where it applies. Like the Creative Commons licenses, Cc0 uses the three-layer design: legal code, deed, and metadata. And, like the Creative Commons licenses, Cc0 is a copyright tool, but it also covers a few additional rights beyond those covered by the Creative Commons licenses, such as non-competition laws. From a reuse perspective, there still may be other rights that require clearance separately, such as trademark and patent rights, and third-party rights in the works, such as publicity or privacy rights. Finally, the public domain mark is a label used to mark works known to be free of all copyright restrictions. Unlike Cc0, the public domain mark is not a legal tool and has no legal effect when applied to a work. It serves only as a label to inform the public about the public domain status of the work and is often used by museums and archives working with very old works.